What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Banker Gerald here with another video update. It's Wednesday, January the 26th, 2022, around 11:10 Eastern. I'm looking outside of my office and the sun is shining. It's a great day here. We've got some things to talk about in a platform that has really been nothing short of a soap opera, and it just keeps getting juicier and juicier every day. And I feel it's my personal responsibility here at BOJ because of the footprint and the flag that I put into this platform, along with the sweat equity, posting content, showing support of this platform, and then, of course, in the current day, exposing the platform for what it truly is: just another hype. Before we get started, I want to remind everyone that I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. And I am not your financial advisor, all right? I am just a dude on YouTube showing you guys how I'm cranking out that crypto in many different platforms. Yeah, I know I'm in a whole lot, but bear with me. It's working for you, boy, here at BOJ. If you like this content, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you want to be notified about everything going on here at BOJ, make sure you hit the notification bell as well. We've got a lot to unpack in this video, and y'all know I love to talk. So I don't know exactly how long this video is going to be, but I'm sure by now you know that I'm talking about Futurestrade.io. As we all know, in the space that we're in, it is extremely risky. We know the rules here at BOJ. We understand we never want to invest anything that we cannot lose. We also understand that these platforms can be here today and truly gone tomorrow. And as this channel gains in popularity, as the hype space gains in awareness around the world, companies come around and they show us and they give us case studies of what these hypes could be, what these hypes are, what they shouldn't be, and many other things. It takes time to really understand this space, but I believe through trial and error and sometimes going through some fires that you may not anticipate, might even be ignorant or naive to, you can still learn. Not only some things about this market and this space, but some things about yourself as well and how you handle risk. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to let everyone know that I appreciate your support. The second thing I want to let you all know is that they may have blocked me from the Futurestrade Facebook group, but like I said yesterday, they can't block all of you. So I want to say thank you to everyone that has continuously kept me updated, even though they tried to silence your boy. The news and the truth always finds its way to the light, y'all. And with Futurestrade, the truth is slowly but surely coming out all over the place. I'll start with this. I received a note just a few minutes ago updating me on the current status of what's going on in the Futurestrade Telegram. I mean, not the Telegram, I'm sorry, the Facebook page. And I want to share this with you guys here. Now, as you can see, This is the Futurestrade page. Not sure how much bigger I can make this, but we'll try to read it together. So bear with me. This is from the self-proclaimed compliance and admin of Futurestrade. And before I read this, I want to let John Botting know that I am not shooting any darts at him, because I understand how it feels to be naive in the space, or just wanting the best out of a platform, especially after you've seen it work. I get it. I've been there. You took on responsibility that you had no idea what you were getting into. You or Ann Quinn or any other admin that is in this group, moderators and all, even us investors. So I want to make sure that if John Botting ever sees this video, just know, for whatever it means, I'm not shooting any darts at you. I don't know if you're the reason that I am not in the group any longer, but just know that I hold no malice towards you or anyone, because in all reality, I know this space, and I know these things happen all the time. The thing that makes this different is that people that don't know how this space works were involved in this platform because of the man that you all trusted. We all trusted, myself included. We trusted that he'd do the right thing. And of course, in this space, we know we don't love these platforms. We just crank them out and we move on. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and read this announcement. I'm sure some of you have already started thumbing through it, and that's perfectly fine. But we're going to go ahead and read it. And this is from the 26th, 14:25 UK time. It says, firstly, please don't shoot the messenger. Myself, Ann Quinn, and the 3 other people who are actually presently running everything behind the scenes on our own are just like you. Now, I want to pause for a second. That statement says a lot, because if he was working on it on his own with these people, none of those people included Dylan's name. That means that Mr. Botting doesn't seem to have gotten too much support from Mr. Dylan. Let us continue. It says, we are all investors too in Futurestrade and have funds tied up. We are working long hours with what we have been given to try to get people sorted with very little thanks, to be honest. Now, I don't know how much thanks you expect. But anyway, I understand. And also, for the record, none of us work for Futurestrade. Futurestrade has no employees. Well, you kind of did work for Futurestrade, because you probably put in a lot of sweat equity for Futurestrade. You probably contacted a lot of people or been contacted by a lot of people, like you were the admin of the Facebook group. You may not have gotten a check. You may not have a W-2 or whatever they have out there in the UK. But you worked for Futurestrade, just like we all did. So Dylan has today told Ann he intends to close down Futurestrade completely. Just like every other hype people, they're here today and they could be gone tomorrow. So this has now changed things, he says. We have recently received another allocation of money into the wallet, so we can again start to pay out people. However, we are now changing the way we, the team, will deal with the refunds. So to me, that says they have a wallet that they have control over, that Dylan is funding himself so that he can issue out minor refunds under $200 at first. Now, this is a screen record video, so I'm going to let it scroll down a little bit. And let's continue on to go. All right. It says, number one, from now onwards, we have stopped paying out only the under 200 packs, and we will now deal with the emails in a date order that a refund was requested. Okay, let me start that over because I want to make sure I say this right. From now onwards, we have stopped paying out the under 200 packs and will now deal with the emails in date order that a refund was requested, no matter what the size. This is the fairer way to handle it, we believe. All right. So what that's saying to me is now they're going to move on to the larger amounts. And in the order that they received those emails is how they're going to handle the refunds. Number two, as soon as we get funds into the wallet, we will keep paying people out. So I guess that means that they have not yet received the funds into the wallet to pay people out. Number three, please do not ask me or us specific questions on the things we really honestly know more than anyone else. Oh, okay. Please do not ask me or us specific questions on things as we really honestly know more than anyone else presently and can only answer the questions we know. I'll say that again. They are requesting that you guys do not contact them because they don't know anything more than we do. All right? Simply put. Speaking on behalf, this is number 4, speaking on behalf of myself and Ann, this is John Botting speaking, by the way. Speaking on behalf of myself and Ann, we will not answer DMs, so there is really no point in DMing us with your requests as your messages will just be deleted. We are unable to cope with the volume and people trying to bypass the system. We have no idea what Dylan is going to launch in place of Futurestrade, so again, do not ask. All we have been told is he is launching a new company. Now, you guys can tell me if you want to be a part of a company with a CEO that can't say all of this himself. Why can't he do a live? Why can't he get on here and tell people the platform is going down? He put John Botting in front of all the arrows. And Miss Ann Quinn and all these probably really great people. He put them in front of the arrows and said, y'all go handle it. Y'all go handle it. I'm going to just go over here and start a new platform. I know John has got to be pissed. Let's continue. It then says, this is not the news anyone wanted to hear, including all of us here in the team. To allow us to process the money transfers as quickly as possible, do not send in multiple emails. Repeat offenders of this, and there are, will go to the back of the queue because you are seriously slowing us down, and it's purely selfish behavior. Who started this selfish behavior? These people trying to get their hard-earned money back that you guys made seem like they could get back? Who's being selfish? I think Dylan set the precedent for being selfish. We are all anticipating it's going to take us maybe 14 days. For those of you, that's 2 weeks, y'all, 2 weeks to work through all of this. If you haven't heard from us via email after you have requested a refund after 7 days, then please do email us back at that stage, so we can then look at your specific case. All of this is being done manually. There are 2 humans on the end of the emails you send and who are replying to you, and 2 other humans who are processing, double checking, and recording payments. So please, please be patient with us. All right, getting down to the closing here. As I have been doing, and I want to remind you, this is John Botting speaking in his address to the Futurestrade Facebook group. As I have been doing, and all the time I can do, so I will be updating. Let me start that over. As I have been doing, and all the time I can do, so I will be updating you here as we hear things, and also to just let you know how things are progressing. So summing that up, he says he's going to be continuing to update everyone in the Facebook group that he is the admin of how things are going. It says, read this announcement again several times. I will not be answering questions in the chat that I have already answered or that I cannot answer. Repeat. I will not answer questions in the chat on things I have no knowledge of or I have already answered, so there really is no point in asking. All I know is stated above. Guys, with that being said, to summarize that, John Biden got on the Facebook group and he said to everyone, Dylan has informed them, not all of you, Dylan has informed them, not employees of Futurestrade because they don't work for Futurestrade, right? He's informed people that don't work for him, who are investors just like us, who he owes that same responsibility of accountability to, all of us. He let John Biden get on here and take all the arrows to his reputation for a hype just doing what a hype does. And people wonder why I say my disclaimers every single day. We all know the risk here, and what sucks is that the people that were in Futurestrade did not know how the hype game is. We've all been duped before in this hype game. It happens to the best of us, believe it or not. It's happened to me, even though some of you think I am an expert. It's happened to me. It happened to me here in Futurestrade. But you see, I don't know that Dylan, his intention was to do this. I don't know that it was what he set out to do from the beginning. I don't know if massive growth and the large amount of deposits that were happening were starting to make him feel like he was Pablo Escobar or something. I don't know even if his name is really Dylan. I have been contacted by the person who was commissioned to help with his token and putting it together. And pretty much the information that I received was that Dylan was actually working on a token. He was working on it being promoted, put on some top exchanges like CoinMarketCap and Yahoo Finance. He had set it up. And apparently not only did he screw us, did he screw the investors, but he screwed his own coin. So this is new news for a lot of you that are still watching. I'll put some of this in the description, talking about the token release. But I've received information that Dylan was intently trying to set up a token. He had been working with a team that was helping him get this developed. It was even called a small Ferrari The people that put this token together were extremely excited about this token. And Dylan ran off on them too. A lot of people did a lot of hard work for Dylan. And it seems that he has just decided that it's better off for him to just tuck his tail. Now, if anyone out there is still feeling like Dylan and Futurestrade is something that you want to continue with, well, obviously now you know that you cannot. For those of you that got the email to be a part of his Telegram group, I believe there are at least 1,200 of you, based on the last that I've seen. Pay attention to that group. See if Dylan posts in that group anymore. If he gives us updates. And for those of you that don't have access to that group, guess what, y'all? I do. And I'm going to show you what's going on in this group. I'm going to share my screen right now. Now I'm going to scroll up, back on up to the 23rd of January. There's a lot of people that have joined this group. Obviously, I'm still scrolling. But this is where Dylan Carnell himself has started talking to people. And he said, first, on the 23rd, please remember, don't join anything offered from another member of this group. Once we have any update about the token, our new project, I will update myself. If you get scammed or join anything which is not related to me, that's on you. He also says we've sent the link out to this group to only the people that have invested. So obviously, if you don't have access to this group, then you weren't on his list of investors. This is the only way to keep track of our investors and don't lose the hard work that we have done to build the community. So on the 23rd, he's still trying to keep people together. But he then says, we will remove the Facebook group too once refunds are done, and I will take down my Facebook account as well. Obviously, he's being harassed. He's being probably threatened. I can only imagine the kind of inboxes and phone calls and messenger calls and all that stuff that Dylan Carnell is receiving today on the 26th. It says this will be the only group you hear from me. Once the dust settles, oh, what happened? Once the dust settles, we will be back. Good night for now. Take care. Then he says, I'm sorry if I have let you down. I did my best, but these things happen. Well, we know they happen at BOJ, but I'm not sure that a lot of your investors, especially from your Facebook page, understand that these things happen. And then it says, but I'm sure most of the people here made tons of money with us. So it has me thinking, who is he talking to? Who did he add to the group? Is it just the people that did good in promotion that brought a certain amount of turnover? Because those of you that know my channel have watched my journey. Under me was generated $2.6 million. I said $2.6 million. And of course, referral commissions from that is pretty cool. However, when you decide personally to roll that back into the platform, you're kind of making an A-hat of yourself. Guess who I'm talking about? Your boy BOJ, the expert. Anyway, as I continue, it gets to the 23rd. At the end of the day, it says, like this message if you were excited for token launch in 1 month. Guys, with the information that I personally received I doubt there's going to be the same type of time frame on this token. Like I said previously, the person that was commissioned to put this token together is trying to find Dylan as well. Because apparently Dylan owes them, the team, he owes them some conversation. I won't get into anything else that he may owe them. But he owes them a conversation. And I don't know that that's going to be happening. Let's continue through here. We're going to scroll down. I think the last thing that he said was, and this really told me that he's obviously a human feeling remorse. Thank you for joining and being here. Sorry if I let you down. I think he's feeling a little bit of pressure. A little bit of pressure. I don't know that Dylan's going to be launching anything. I don't even know that Dylan is his real name. But what I do know that it's not looking too promising for anything related to Futurestrade. Whatever comes next will most likely have to be named something completely else. If it has a face, it better not be Dylan's, or I don't believe that it's going to have the same amount of success. There are 1,281 people in this group. So, guys, the last thing I want to say about this, and I'll be talking more about some of the updates that keep going on as they go on. So some of you guys that have mentally just checked out of Futurestrade, I 100% understand where you are, and just forgive me for continuing on, because I feel it is my obligation, especially for those people that are trying to get refunds, that have been trying to follow the process that these people that Dylan has left hanging out to dry are trying to set up. We don't even know that they're actually going to get a deposit in this wallet that they supposedly have, allegedly have, that they're going to make refunds from. But nobody that I know personally has received a refund. I believe that none of us are really expecting a refund, but I have informed everyone the process in previous videos of doing that. So I hope you have at least gotten the ball rolling on that. If you haven't, go check out some previous videos or join the Facebook group. They should have some information in there for you to do that. My boy RG Trader, he's got an update for you guys too. And I'm going to be looking forward to hearing that. Those of you that don't know the story, RG Trader is in my downline. I thought this company, this platform would bring great value to the space, and especially because he is a professional trader as well. I felt like him and Dylan had some things in common. And it seemed like they hit it off pretty quickly at first. But first impressions are a mug. They're MF, bro. And y'all know me, I'm going to keep it real. Those of you that don't know RG Trader, go learn about him. Go listen to his videos. All right? He keeps it real too. And pretty soon, the both of us are going to come together to keep it real together about this this well-dressed, whole lot of makeup, looking so good hype that we came across, that we started gaining a little bit of trust for, but at the end of the day, we learned a valuable lesson in. The last thing I want to say is I'm going to be posting the link of a Telegram group. I did not start this Telegram group, so I want everyone to know that. But it is a Telegram group that has been put together to figure out what really happened at Futurestrade. There are some really important people that want to know, and they have set up this Telegram group so that the things that have gone on in futures trade can be exposed. There may be some screenshots for alibi purposes, just in case people try to cop out of what they have said and what they have done. I will be leaving the link to this Telegram group in this video. In the description, it'll be the first thing you see. Before my disclaimers, if you choose to join the group, it is your choice. Please understand that Telegram itself is a very high risk and spammy place as well. So be careful what you put in this group, because people are watching, and those same people that are watching can be trying to find a way to scam you. So I want to make sure that everyone understands that about Telegram in general. And I'm going to see if I can find it really quickly and show you guys what it's called. All right. It's called Future Traders. What happened? And we're going to try to figure it out. All right. I'm going to see if I can put the link for you guys. And that's it. We'll be back to talk about some more stuff. I try to talk about the bulk of what I know in the front end of this video. The rest of the back end is pretty much extra, but it's good information, I think. And also, I just want everyone to know, do not come to the Telegram group expecting your refund there. It's not going to happen, all right? I've already been informed by the person that's putting this Telegram group together that this is not a place to be looking for your refunds. This is a place that the truth of futures trade is going to be exposed on a level higher than myself. Because y'all know I'm just a YouTuber just sharing my real experiences in this space. And futures trade was a platform that was working and has now exited. We even have gotten the official notice that future trade is over. I hope some of you get your refunds back. I hope Dylan actually decides to make it right and deposit whatever he said he's going to deposit into that account that John Botting, and whoever else who was the admin over in Facebook have control over. Of course, I am not in the Facebook group anymore because I have been kicked out. But through the power of people, I'm never kicked out. So shout out to all of you guys that have been keeping me updated on futures trade in the places that I can't see. Futures trade, just know I got eyes all over the world that are trying to figure out what y'all did. But in the back of my mind, I know you were just another hype. That being said, if you like this content, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell as well. Please put your 2FA on all the platforms that will allow you and all your wallets, because crypto is the wild, wild west. And if you ain't strapped, you're bound to get hacked. Ask me how I know. It is not very fun at all. Guys, more to come. But till then, I'll see you on the next one. We got so much stuff to talk about. I just got all dramatic about futures trade like we ain't getting paid all these other places. Let's go. Let's go. Peace out, y'all.